Sorry, hang on for another minute.
Okay.
So sorry.
Hey, everybody. Josh is doing his lady a favor or something. I don't know what he's doing. Wrapping presents, unwrapping presents. Maybe it's his birthday. I'll never know. But, as you can see, he's very busy. So we're going to have to respect his time. Let him do his thing. Knock around his mic a little bit. And we'll just, you know what? Let's just get ready. Let's just it's fine. We don't need, we don't need this. We're so good on our own. We don't need some other dude. See, he pops up right when I say dude. That's cool, dude. We don't need that. We are our own people. Doing dishes. Literally and figuratively. Because, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we're all just vampires or vampire slayers. That's just all we are. You have to just, lean into it. Either one. It's fine. It's just who you are. I'm just going to move over a little bit. I feel like I'm falling off the couch. There we go. You know what? He probably has no idea that we're streaming right now. That's fine. It's fine. Because you and me, we're fine. We don't need him. We've got each other. And you know what that means? That means that I could talk nonsense, going nowhere, doing nothing for hours. For instance, how bad does my hair look? And I just did it. I just washed it, and it should be fantastic. But it does not. It looks flat and lifeless and sucky. Hey, Josh.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, are we streaming? And
Yeah, we are.
Know? What's going on? Were you watching me undress?
No.
So awkward.
It was weird.
I was just getting into something more comfortable and practicing my French kissing.
With ceramics?
Yeah, how do you do it?
My dog. So these guys...
Very Francais.
Yeah. These guys are so sick of hearing me try to waste time. So I'm just going to say, this is Season 2, Episode 10 of What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Nouveau Theater des Vampires.
Nouveau Theatre des Vampires.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't even have my microphone anywhere normal. Oh, well.
It's fine.
Oh, well. Do we have people watching us on the live stream?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track, but we should clap it in. Put that
Come on,
damn water
Justin,
down.
I hope you're out there.
He is not.
All right,
yeah.
Let's clap it.
What?
Yeah!
Ow.
On fire tonight!
All right.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world? It is On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa.
I'm Tressa.
And I am Josh, and we are your smoldering pirate hosts.
That's right, Josh. And I said it before, but then I forgot we didn't clap it in, but we are doing What We Do in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 10 today.
Yeah, it's the final episode of Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a doozy. It's entitled Nouveau Théâtre des Vampires. But, you know, like the way French people would say it.
Yeah.
Dude, what'd you think of this one?
This one was fun.
Oh, wait. We should warn people.
What, that we're dope and we do dope shit?
They already know that. Just warn them about spoilers and stuff.
Oh, we're going to do spoilers and stuff. So go watch it. Come back. You're back. Thank you. Hi. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yep. We open up with Nandor. He's in his coffin and he cannot get out.
Yeah, he's calling to Guillermo. He's like, Guillermo, I'm stuck again.
Are you sitting on my coffin? It feels like you're sitting on my coffin.
He finally gets out, but there's no one to hold his hand.
It's fine. I got out all by myself.
He thinks that maybe Guillermo's playing hide and go seek. So he's like seeking. He finally goes to Guillermo's room, which is completely empty. There aren't even sheets on the bed.
Did he steal those sheets? Because those have been there for decades.
Yeah, Benji used to sleep on those sheets.
And beat
Among
off
other
in that
things.
pillow.
It's not the only thing he did on those sheets.
There's a note.
There's a note. There's a note with one word.
Sorry.
Credit sequence.
We come back in. It's a week later.
The house is buzzing with flies.
Nadia's like, it's fine. It's been a few days. It's fine. We're fine. It's absolutely fine.
She's like, Nandor, did you leave these candles burning when you went to sleep in the morning? And she just dumps water on like a whole bunch of candles.
Great. Now the wall's wet now. He's not going to dry that wall.
Yeah, he pops out of his room. He's wearing a basketball jersey from the 92 Dream Team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so nice to have the house to ourselves now that Gizmo's gone.
Laszlo is draining a victim.
She's tripping over corpses on her way to see Laszlo.
Because no one's taking out the dead bodies.
I mean...
So Laszlo is draining his victim.
Yeah.
But he's no longer draining them all the way. And like the guy who he's biting is like, wait, you're not going to drink all my blood? He's like, no, it's just easier if you walk out. So this is what we call full-on vampire sloth.
Yep.
These are some lazy, like, they have no life skills vampires.
Yeah.
These are kids with their first apartment and no adult oversight.
Why are there still dishes in the sink? I have no idea.
It's your turn to do dishes. Fuck you.
What?
The vampires don't do dishes.
I was just giving an example, okay? She's like, but you know what? It's fine. How you can't even rely on human familiars that long. What do they live? Like 100, 200 years?
And then she asked the cameraman, like, what are you, 90?
I'm 26.
Oh, so do you have long left? And Colin Robinson just trips over one of the corpses upstairs and falls down into the main living room.
He does the most cartoonish slip on blood is what it is.
Laszlo's wearing green track pants.
I love it so much.
Colin Robinson sits down with them, and Nandor's like...
He's covered, like half his body is covered in blood because he just slipped in a big puddle. And he's like, how am I supposed to go to work like this? Nadia's like, can't you just get another one of your beige suits? And like looks at the camera like, I got him. But then he walks away. He's like, it's fine. I'll just say I was in a bus accident. It's cold in there. They don't have any firewood, so they start tearing the piano apart and burning that.
Right, just... like, how have they fallen so far so fast?
It's been a week. And Laszlo is like, Nandor, what the fuck are you wearing?
And he's
Me,
like,
what are you wearing?
Yeah. So, to be clear, Laszlo's wearing green Adidas track pants and also like not
blouse.
a top hat, but
Bowler, but not.
somewhere between a bowler and a top hat.
Oh wait, what does that say?
Nandor is like, hey, Colin Robinson, I want you to
take your cellular telephone.
Yeah, take pictures of me having really great times and send them to Guillermo.
Everything is normal and fun.
He poses with like a taxidermy bear to show that he's having a great time.
Hey, if I saw that photo, I'd be like, man, he is having a great time.
But Colin Robinson doesn't even take that picture. He's like, I don't have Guillermo's number. And none of them even know his full name. They're like, maybe Guillermo's his last name.
Nandor's like, is it Greenberg? Nadia's like,
maybe it's Guillermo. They don't know anything about him. They literally know nothing about him.
Laszlo's like, maybe it's his last name. Maybe his name's Mickey Guillermo. Just look up Guillermo, Colin. Just look up Guillermo.
So Colin Robinson is like, listen, just in the New York area alone, there are over 5,000 Guillermos.
And 4 Mickey Guillermos. Nailed it. What else do you know about him?
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Can I pause for a second?
Yeah.
Just entertain the people for a minute. I'm so sorry.
I mean, that's what I do best. So, Josh is going to unwrap some more gifts, and he's texting Guillermo right now. He's texting Guillermo pictures of him unwrapping ceramics and having the best time. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, no. Oh. So, let's see. When did you realize that your friend group had no idea who you are or gave a shit about you? Okay, let's say it was 8th grade. We were at Sprite Night, and they were being such assholes. I was like, fuck you. And they're like, no, fuck you. Go get my Sprite, because it's Sprite Night, so they're cheap or whatever. And we're dancing with these other guys, because it's Sprite Night. That's what you do at Sprite Night. And I was so mad. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I went to the payphone. I called my mom. I got in the car when she eventually got there. And she's like, where are your friends? And I was like, whatever, let's just go. So we went home, and the next year was my freshman year of high school. And boy, did those popular girls hate me. The least popular girl, I want to say, but probably not. But maybe. Who knows? So I went to a pretty big high school for a little bit, but it sucked pretty hard. So I did. I kept not going. I mean, it's the 90s. Who gives a shit? I can just like fake everything on the computer, like Matthew Broderick in War Games, right? So that's what I did. I mean, and also in Ferris Bueller. He did that in 2 movies. I never realized that. Ferris Bueller and War Games, same movie.
Hello.
It's gotta be. So is it the same
Did you get what I
character?
just sent you?
Was War Games the prequel to Ferris Bueller? Like, and how much older is War Games to Ferris Bueller? Because it seemed like he was the same age in both movies. Was he like way younger?
And it's not the one that I sent you.
What?
That's
I'm glad his mic is still on. Okay, so he had to have been in high school, right? Because he had like a lady friend that And you don't really do that. They're not going to show that in a movie if you're like in middle school
So
or
there's
something.
red clay and chocolate
Unless
clay?
it's like a comedy or something. But no, this is like
And what I
war
sent you was red
games.
clay?
He takes over this computer, or it doesn't take. He like hacks it, right?
And you just want the
And
bottom.
he starts playing
Is that right?
chess with
Hello?
this other like government computer.
Can you hear me? You just
And
want the bottom?
He somehow beats it,
Okay, let
like
me try
whatever.
to set
And
this
then
one. I
so
think I
the
have
computer doesn't
windows,
realize
just
that it's a
like the
game.
other one, but
So
possibly on a different
Ferris
clay.
Bueller's like, I have to play this war game with this computer
Yeah.
who doesn't know it's a game, but I know it's a game. And if I lose and the computer wins, everyone's gonna die from nuclear war or something. Full disclosure, I don't know if any of this is right. I have not seen this movie in
Okay.
its entirety
Well,
since I was a
okay.
child.
So there's a
in the
darker
80s.
clay
So,
that
And I don't know
has
if I even saw the whole thing.
blue
I don't
in the
remember.
circle thing at the bottom.
So he wins, of course, because that's how movies
And
work.
it's sort of like
But
an
then
off-white most of the way around.
We
and
okay,
going
like
up
years
around the
later,
outside
like
of
what,
it,
5, 10
as
years?
well as
Like
inside
how
of
long
it,
was
but
that
then it's blue
between
on the
War
outside.
Games and Ferris Bueller? That's like 80s to 90s, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Is
so
that
let's
what you
say
wanna
10
see?
years later, he's still in high school and he's like hijacking parade floats and his best friend's dad's
Do you need
car
a photo?
and just
Okay,
overall
that'd be
being a total asshole, like the most privileged white kid from the suburbs. Who the fuck does he think he is? I can't even imagine like going through all that. How he should be in jail like 10 times over. There's no way. At the very least, his girlfriend should leave him and his friend should peace out because he is a terrible friend. Guilting him into going out and okay, he was gonna not be in school because he was sick, Cameron, but he didn't have to go and do all that other shit with Ferris Bueller because that was all bullshit that he got forced into. So
So sorry.
it's
I'm
okay.
back. Do you ever have people in your life that ask you for favors but can't, no matter how hard they try, articulate what it is they actually want?
I don't know that I do.
Forcing you to do
Everything?
10,000 times the amount of work required to do the favor?
I'm sorry, Josh.
It's not your fault. Thanks so much for your sympathy. Where were we?
Well, I was talking about how in War Games, Matthew Broderick hacked
Shall we play a game?
Yeah. So, is
How
that
about thermonuclear war?
how about
Why
it?
not- Why don't we play tic-tac-toe?
How? What's the
What
time
about a
difference?
game of chess?
What's the time difference, Josh, between War Games and Ferris Bueller? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think that War Games, like, I'm not looking it up, but I think War Games is 83 and Ferris Bueller is 86.
Oh, it seemed like way.
Does that sound
longer
right to
me.
you?
I don't know. To me, it seemed way longer of a distance. Like,
War Games might have been 82 and Ferris Bueller might have been 88.
but like he was the same age in both movies, right? Or close to it. Anyway,
I mean, he's playing a teenager, but how old was he in real life?
I don't fucking know, dude.
He's married to Sarah Jessica Parker,
That's right.
and he...
Yep.
Yep.
So they can't find Guillermo in any sort of directory because they don't know any of his information. And
They
the
don't know
doorbell-
his name. They don't know any facts about him.
And the doorbell rings.
And nobody is willing to get it. Laszlo's like, Colin Robinson, you get it. And Colin Robinson is like, no, you get it. And they go back and forth like that. And finally Nandor is like, I will get it. And Colin Robinson's like, I wanted to get it.
Laszlo does a great Colin impression.
Can you do it?
Nope. He does a really bad fake American accent. Hello, I will go to the door. So,
Oh, but it's more specific. It's like scoodly doodly. It's like a Ned Flanders, but from like Wisconsin area.
yeah. I don't remember what he said. But they both go to the door anyway, Nandor and Laszlo. And it's like a UPS guy. And what I didn't realize till I read the credits after the episode, he was a vampire. That UPS delivery guy was a vampire.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They have their own mail service.
Yeah.
The vampire UPS.
Yeah. And he's like about to leave, and Laszlo's like, "You will not remember any of this, especially what we are wearing." Because
Except if he's a vampire, does that work on him?
no, I don't think he knew that he was a vampire. None of us did.
Wow.
We're all idiots here.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
Anyway,
then-
it turns out that package contained an invitation to the Nouveau Théâtre des Vampires.
they only invite the creme de la creme de la creme of the vampires, Josh.
Yeah, they only come to the United States of America once every 5 years to perform the most important work in the vampire theater.
It's magnificent. All vampire cast. Most beautiful, eerie, poignant, important, very important work.
And tons of nudity.
Hell yeah. And I don't mean a whiff of a tit, I mean full rack. Full boobies, full boners, full display.
They're all very excited.
Wait, but there's also genitalia that if humans were to see it, they'd be like, what is that? But they can't go because they don't have any. They don't have any clothes.
Yeah, for every wonderful opportunity, a horrible problem. They'll be laughed out of there if they were to show up like dressed as the slobs that they are right now.
Exactly.
But
Laszlo starts kicking a hole in the wall. They're all mad.
furious. Colin Robinson is like, listen, I know a way to get your clothes back, but I might not make it back alive.
Could you die from this?
I only want one thing if I should make it back alive.
We don't want you to hurt yourself.
I want to move out of the room in the basement.
You want to take my room?
No, I want to move into a different room in the basement.
Yeah, you can do that right now.
So he heads out. He had to go to the dry cleaners anyway, but he just didn't want it to seem too easy.
Yeah, because then they're going to ask him all the time.
Yeah, then he's like the dry cleaning guy.
Mm-hmm. We're at Guillermo's house.
Yeah, or more specifically at his mom's house.
That's right.
The fridge is broken.
Yeah. He had to leave because he wasn't focused on his duties because he had that whole Van Helsing thing going on and it was just like tearing him in two different directions. He had to get out.
Yeah, it's like, it's really difficult when you're simultaneously serving vampires and want to become a vampire, but you have coursing through your veins the blood of heroic, historic vampire slayers.
It's a real conundrum.
Yeah. So his mom's all upset because the fridge is broken and she can't like make lunch. So he's like, listen, I have a mini fridge that belonged to my friend Topher.
He's dead.
He's dead. Well, he used to be dead. And so he goes back to the house to get the mini fridge.
Yeah. We get a quick shot of the all the dummies going into the play, the theater, and there's a really quick shot of Colin's shoes from behind, and they're so glittery and sequined and so fun, so sparkly, but beige.
So the our vampires are welcomed, and the camera crew is given media passes.
And before they even walk in, Colin's like, I don't like our seats.
They've all been waiting to be invited to this for 500 years. They've always been passed over.
Yeah.
And they get inside, and Colin Robinson very excitedly says, "I must be in the front row."
You're sitting with us.
Yeah, I'm doing it's like a Bob Uecker, there's a beer commercial in the 80s.
Oh, that's a wonderful anecdote. Thank you.
I must be in the front row.
I do not remember that at all, by the way.
You don't? Oh my God. As soon as he said it, I was right there with him.
Back at the house, Guillermo walks in and no one's home, and he does a huge cartoonish slip on a blood puddle.
Yeah, because the place is fucking gross.
It's disgusting.
He has been gone for a full week, and it's in complete ruin.
Yeah. The doll tells him they all went to this play.
Yeah, the doll version of Nadia's ghost.
Yeah.
She's there amidst the corpses.
Yeah, just hanging out. And he finds the invite and picks it up, and he's like, oh, this is really nice. This is really clever. I really like this. And he realizes it's a trap because the Vampire Council insignia is on it.
Right? Like, all you have to do is hold it up to the light.
It's clearly a trap. What kind of idiot would do this?
And the doll's like, oh, they totally went.
Yeah.
So he runs off to save them.
Yeah. I don't think you will succeed. Shut up. So now we're at the theater, and we're like checking out all the crazy celebrity vampires.
Right? It's like we're in top vampire society. Like, even Colin Robinson sees people that he's impressed by. Like, over there's Todd Smith. And, oh my God, look.
Pamela?
It's Pamela.
Oh, shit.
Don't look. It's Pamela.
The others see Mikhail the Awful and Marcella, Mistress of the Night. More like Marcella, Mistress of the Shitty Seats. Am I right?
We see Guillermo completely scale the outside of the building. Like,
yeah.
He's a total action hero.
Yeah. He peeks over the roof. He's like, hell yeah.
The show begins. There's an explosion of smoke, and appearing in the center of the stage is like a red-caped vampire in an eyes wide shut plague doctor mask.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we all know why we're here. Well, most of us do.
What could that mean?
And then all of a sudden our vampire crew is in ropes.
Spotlight, ropes, silver ropes, by the way, which means they cannot break them.
Also, according to all of the, stuff that like they try to sell me for runner's gear, like that it has antimicrobial stuff, so that it won't smell like sweat ever.
Yeah, you never have to wash it.
Yeah, or just
Ever.
You won't reek or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so underneath that mask, it was Jermaine Clement, or Jermaine Clement's character,
Vladislav. Yeah. There's only one crime among the vampire community that they will not stand for.
It's killing your own kind.
Boo! Boo them! Boo them! So they do.
And so they're forced to watch. The actual stage show is reenactments of the crimes they are committed of. The actual stage show is reenactments of the crimes they are accused of having committed.
And they're done so well. I would go to this show, and I don't like it.
So there are doubles of all of them, which is great.
Yeah. This is shit. I would never high five.
That's Nadja's biggest takeaway.
We would never prance around like tits.
So, like, we see reenactments of killing the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Robinson gets a chub from watching his own double.
Oh, Colin. we see Guillermo is
Laszlo is
behind.
very upset, by the way, because they were promised full nudity. So these doubles dancing around on stage, the real problem, they're fully dressed.
Clothed. Yeah. You can see Guillermo is in the catwalk behind and above the performances.
Right, he's up in like the rafters, like above like the lights and everything.
And they are reenacting every single vampire death that Guillermo did.
Right, and
I
accusing the vamps of it.
Yeah.
And there's like a clunky rhyme. And Colin Robinson is doing his best to like explain, like, I think that was a Wu-Tang reference. And Laszlo's like, I haven't had a whiff of Wu or Tang.
Well done, sir. They do the vampire family, their death scene.
Right, which seems to be, they're trying to go for like a Hamilton vibe.
Yeah. They're like, who the fuck are those? I don't know who those are. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What the heck are you looking at, Pamela? Because they all get taken upstage. They're going to get assassinated. But while they get tied up there, we're going to watch a In Memoriam.
One vampire confused daylight savings.
Carol,
I met her once.
Nandor's like, we didn't kill any vampires. And he's like, we all saw the reenactments. What? Come on.
Right, Nandor's is like, we didn't do it. He's like, but we do know who killed the Baron. It was Guillermo. And we see Guillermo's like, unbelievable. And then all of them are stammering and stumbling because they don't know his full name or anything about him. And he's like, I don't know if they're trying to protect me or not.
Yeah. There's a reenactment of because they were expecting this. So there's a
But wait. Nandor's like, listen, he did it. He was my familiar, but he's not alive. You can't even go get him because I killed him with my own hands, and it has nothing at all to do with him leaving me after 10 years, and I was very sad about it.
Yeah.
And so Vladislav is like, oh, blaming it on the familiar. We've all been there.
And they have a reenactment of Guillermo running in and trying to attack this little tiny Guillermo.
It's like an 8-year-old dressed in a Guillermo sweater.
And a wig. And
it's not even like a realistic Guillermo wig.
No. It's like an old lady curly wig. He comes in and like is punching this like giant vampire on stilts. And the vampire's just holding him back by the head.
Right, so his punches never reach. So then, like Tarzan, Guillermo swings in. He kills the vampire on stage. Vladislav transforms into a bat and flies away. Guillermo just tells the kid to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking goes house on every vampire in the theater. It's a total fucking bloodbath.
Guillermo, is there something that you'd like to tell me?
My name is Guillermo de la Cruz.
I don't care what the fuck your name is. We had to pick up our own laundry.
Cut, credits, end of the episode.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
What a fucking great one. What a way to end.
Yeah. Guillermo slayed it all. Matter of minutes. Like, it's so good. I love a reenactment. They're always terrible, and I love it.
I love it.
I love the doubles. I love a double, and I love a reenactment. Always terrible and delicious.
I love that, like, we had back-to-back episodes with doubles.
What was the other double?
So last episode was witches, and Lilith transformed into a double of Nadja.
It was an exact replica. I couldn't tell the two apart.
Yeah, like, please, someone hold a sign.
Somebody, something. What are our vampire friends going to be up to next?
Right. So this came out in 2019, and then something weird happened in 2020.
What? What happened?
I forget, but something happened.
That's weird.
So yeah, might have held up production for a little bit. But never fear, loyal listeners, for we have seasons to come.
Because we live in the future. We don't live in 2019 like a bunch of idiots. We're in the future.
We live in the past, present, and future.
Yep. We're the
full continuum.
Yep. And God. We're like gods.
Yeah. I'm exactly like God.
I know.
Or a god.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of many, possibly. Because, it would get lonely otherwise.
Yeah. And
I'm boring. A very social god.
Mm-hmm. Guys, that's all the time we have.
Oh, shucks, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. This has been a wonderful episode. Please enjoy this outro.